Yeah, so this is part 2, second review show.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome, guys.
Where did we drop it from? So comments from the last review show were actually really positive. Plays were really good. But a lot of people commented that we swear a lot. Jodie Hill was like our mum. She was like, oh, it's so funny, I loved it, but you swear a lot.
Do you know what? I'm not even going to lie. Like, my mum listened to it and she was like, yeah, you guys swear a lot.
Did she?
Yeah.
What did she say about you declining the call?
I don't know if she got that far. She didn't mention it.
It was early on.
Thanks for bringing that up, man.
I tell people about it all the time. Who is it? Ah, it's just my mum. She declined that.
I don't think she got that far.
All right. Well, shout out to your mum anyway, because she's actually sick. She's one of the biggest fucking supporters. Your mum basically forced my mum to start listening to podcasts.
So is mum listening to it as well now?
Yeah, I think so. She doesn't understand it. My grandma thinks we're on the radio. I'll just go with that. my grandma will be telling people she lives next door to that I'm on fucking radio show. Face for radio. So yeah, what were we saying?
So we got up to Josh Warrington, December 9th, 2018, episode 23. That dropped.
Yeah.
That was a big episode, so a bit of background on that one.
Backstory to that was fucking long, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we recorded at No Curfew Media. So.
We were supposed to record at mine when I lived in Carvley, and Josh cancelled, and we jokingly said to him, all right, well, next time, bring your belt.
Yeah.
So we can milk some pictures of it. Yeah. And he did, to be fair to him. And then, because we had Baz in that day, when Spoolman went to
oh shit, yeah, because Baz came to your house that day,
Baz.
Didn't he?
Yeah. Baz came, and then he was saying, "Oh, we're working with Josh." I was like, "Oh, that's funny because Josh is in next." And then it all kind of spiraled from there. We can use the office, and yeah, it's decent.
Yeah, big shout out to Baz and No Curfew Media for that one.
Yeah, filmed us some cool little promo shit, didn't they? So yeah, it was wicked. Do you know what? I was fucking nervous for that.
Down to the episode itself, yeah, me too. Like that was like the first big proper guest that we had, and the podcast was still going. You know, it was like 23 episodes in.
Yeah, we would have been doing.
Warrington was just coming around with his fucking belt.
Yeah, walked all the way from Trinity Car Park with his belt in his fucking little belt case.
Yeah, man.
And then was like, he's just on his own, isn't he?
Yeah, I was surprised he came by himself.
Do you know what though? He put me at ease a bit. How like normally when he first came in, like when he walked in, he was proper normal. Like I always say to people, like he's like any guy you'll see. Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
Any normal, like what you consider like a normal lad or normal guy, or he. Yeah.
It was a good episode though. Like we got to know a lot. He talked to us about how he got into boxing, how his dad shaped him, I guess, as well from such a young age, and how he used to train from going like run to school, run back,
eat salads at school
at the age of like 15, 14, 16.
Fuck, I don't even eat veg.
Yeah, I know, man. Like,
I barely eat it now. So like, doing it then, that's that commitment. That's that different mindset. But he's our age. And I was like, this guy's so fucking more mature than us. I was like, this guy's like he's got like an old man's mind. Like he's seen everything.
Yeah.
He was like a middle-aged guy, the way that he approached, like the way he saw things is like completely different to us.
And do you know what, as I get older myself, I do not start to realise that you kind of look back at situations and you think where you would have seen something completely different to how you see it now. Like, do you know what, you can say FIFA is an example of you now of, we used to fucking smash FIFA all the time. Well, you did as well. Well, now you're not really that bothered about it anymore. It's just like, that's just a different mindset about it.
Yeah, like now I was
obviously not
related
like, to boxing, but...
No, you're right. Like at certain points, something seems like everything, and then it's totally different. Like, a little bit of time later.
But no, I really enjoyed that. Josh came in, showed us a lot of love.
And he was sick off mic as well. Like that's what you should say.
When he called you out as well, that was big, man. Like I didn't think he was going to do that. Do you remember what you said about thinking he wasn't an underdog?
It was on Jack Bateson's episode, and I said I thought that Josh would lose to Selby, and he said, "Oh, why do you think that?" And I would say, "Well,
it was quite normal of him how he brought
I was
it out,
honest like, in my answer." And he was all right. He didn't ask from a place of like, "Why did you think I was going to lose?"
It was more of interest.
Like, I actually like, and I've not really said it to him, and he's been on the podcast since, obviously. But from that, I was like, it must bother him a bit, the underdog thing, because he is fucking sick. Like Frampton, he was sick, and now everyone's starting to realise. But I think knowing if you're good and people don't think you're good, that must be fucking frustrating.
Yeah, I guess.
It must be.
Probably light that fire up even fucking more, man, when he's getting in that ring.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, big time. But that was a sick episode. And then a lot of people, like that's, I think as well, that him coming on has helped us get people on the podcast.
Yeah, it's given the podcast a lot of recognition.
Someone gave us like he gave us a, you know, a fair shake on doing something when we were, like, people have no...
Well, that's it. He didn't have to fucking come in, right?
Like, fucking obligation to come on here. Like, especially back then, it was tiny.
Yeah.
Like, nothing. It was like two guys fucking around with some mic. Like, we just got some new mics then.
Yeah.
We didn't have to use a fucking mixer. It always died on us, and we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But it's... after that, I found it easier to book people in.
Yeah, I'd say it was a lot more relaxed as well.
If you look at the guests up to Josh Warrington and the guests after Josh Warrington, it's like, no offense to anyone that came on before then, but they're of a different fucking status. You know, not a status, but a different following. Like, their Instagrams are bigger. Maybe their accolades.
You can
are
say,
a bit bigger.
social
Do you know what I
presence
mean?
kind of thing.
It really stepped up from then. Like, I'm trying to look through my phone, but it's the one after Warrington was Steve Ward, and then, do you know what I mean? We cracked on after then in terms of name, not in terms of content.
Well, let's
because
see.
the views do not match the following, but the actual names, it really stepped up from there.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Well, straight after Warrington's, a week after, on the 16th of December 2018, we dropped Steve Ward, who plays with Leeds Rhino. That was a big episode.
Yeah, Steve was sick. A proper chilled guy, isn't he?
Very chilled guy. Like, for the profession that he's in, he's super...
Yeah, to play a sport like that.
He was just, like, really calm, chilled
People
out.
in aggressive sports seem to be the most relaxed.
Very true.
Strange, isn't it?
Probably because they're pushed to the max so much that it must have like an opposite effect when they're chilled out, that they feel even more super chilled.
Yeah, he was ridiculously chilled out though. Fucking big guy as well.
So
I liked him a lot though.
Got into his podcast. I'm trying to remember what we went into.
We was chatting about how he dealt with injuries, and then that's how he came about with Mentality.
Yeah.
And Mentality is sick, really. Like, when I look at it, I always think like, oh, you know, we're kind of on the same lines in some of the stuff that we do, except ours is probably a little bit more broad. But it's one of the... I listen to that podcast now, and we always seem to have similar fucking guests on. We've always had similar guests.
Yeah, in terms of content,
if we've been talking to someone, and then you'll see, oh, they've released an episode with them, and I was like, oh... I got to a point where I was like, fuck's sake, I hope people don't think that we're copying them. And I felt like that with Steve, but I'd like him to come and do a second episode. He said that he would, actually. He said it like recently.
But yeah, he even had some big guests on his show. He had
Liam on, he had Wim Hof.
Yeah, I'd love to get Wim Hof on ours.
I've started following him on Instagram since you started mentioning him.
Yeah.
He's fucking funny, man. He's class.
The way he speaks, man, I love the way he speaks. He don't give a fuck. Sorry for swearing, my bad, guys.
Yeah, we should try not. Should we do swear jar?
Yeah,
and like as many times we say the F word in this, we'll just give it to charity.
Yeah, do you know that's a good shout?
So
do you know we should get everyone in on it.
Yeah.
So if we get a guest in.
Yeah, do you know what? Actually, yeah, we just put we have a money box here. Well, it's a fake one.
Yeah.
And then it's a swear jar, so you can swear, but it will cost you £1. God, I had to stop myself then. I'd be we're gonna be
you'd be flipping broke.
All right, so spoiler alert, we're gonna have a Patreon page. A Patreon page is gonna actually help us pay for some cooler content, but now it's gonna pay for the swear jar. All right, so we've got that out.
Do you know what, we might as well talk about the Patreon a little as we carry on through this episode, because we've not really pushed it out there. But for people that don't know, like, this episode, like, this actual podcast is run off our own money. We do it all ourselves.
We pay money out to very, very, harsh landlord.
Hashtag Josh.
Shout out. No, all right. Do you know what? We fucked around and made some videos about Josh, like, as in, like, charging us for the Patreon page. But
nah, Josh is
real talk is sick. He's sick. Like,
if you guys want a podcast,
get your ass down here.
Get your media.
Get your media. Josh Goodgren.
It's just watching for the landlord, that's all. The landlord, it's not gigs, it's Josh Gudgeon.
Yeah, if you had to rank like top 2 landlords, Josh is number 1.
Yeah.
Giggs is number 2.
Giggs comes in second place.
Giggs, yeah, it rolls in a second. But yeah, Patreon's going to go live pretty soon. Probably, I reckon we could do it when this episode goes live.
Yeah.
And we'll say it's going to be based around membership. It's going to be based around meetups. It's going to be based around more of a community. You're going to be part of the community. You can come on. You can drive where this podcast is going to go.
Well, that's it. We were talking about
and
a few things off mic of starting to get the mastermind community together and like having workshops, guest speakers, events, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Because we can approach every angle.
That's it. Well, we're building a nice portfolio of people in terms of training, not just gym, fighting, mindset.
Yeah.
Like the arsenal of people that we've got now
it's actually class.
It's building up.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that takes us to episode 25, released on the 23rd of December, and that was Reece Silver at Elite Step.
Do you know what?
Big shout out to this guy, man. He's doing bits now.
And he works hard as fuck.
Yeah, man.
He does. Do you know what? Reece is the one person who actually is quite nice to watch and see what he's up to. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I've seen him doing a lot of work now, even more work with Mark.
Yeah.
A lot of work with Mick.
I'd like to have a session with him to see how it differs from the way we train.
Normal weightlifting, yeah. Because I've seen some of the videos that he posts up. It's just like stuff that you wouldn't do, right?
It's like press up position was like a resistance band and you're pulling it. Like it just looks it's just different. But I think that'd be an interesting one.
See, I think he's found his niche in what he's doing. There's not many people out there doing what he does.
Out. Do you know what? He hit a wave in Leeds by pure fluke, but then he worked hard to just get there. He put himself out, did loads of free work, but now he's going to be the training guy
to go to
Leeds. Yeah. And all these boxers that we've had on, we know people that are out there.
Well, that's it. I think we're going to have to get a Reece for a part 2 eventually.
I think Reece part 2 would be sick, yeah. Maybe get a boxer on that he's working with, though.
But even someone like him, we're talking about having seminars, workshops, he'd be someone great to have on.
Big time. Yeah, we need to crack on.
Yeah. Episode 27. Do you know who this is?
Yeah.
The landlord himself. Josh Gudgeon, Get Your Media.
Yeah.
We recorded that a while back. That was in the new year, the 6th.
Yeah, we dropped that one in a rush as well, but we can't really go into that. Yeah, it's a bit weird. But shout out to Josh, he didn't really mind. Like we built up another episode. If people followed us back then, they'll obviously know what we're on about.
Yeah.
But yeah, Josh's episode were good. Josh helped us film Keegan's.
Yeah,
and that's why he came. Then
we recorded after Josh.
Because Joshy should have been after Keegan's, but yeah, he's bumped up.
But yeah, Josh has helped us out a lot, man.
He must have commented episode fucking like 6 or 5 or something.
Yeah,
like
what did he say? It was something to do with the audio, wasn't it?
He was basically saying the audio is trash, but in a constructive way.
I can help you fucking sort it out.
Do this, do that. Like, for it was Jesus. Am I swearing?
Yeah, you just did.
Oh my God. Do you know what? I don't even know I swear. It's so bad.
Right, do you know what? We're £3 in now. But carry on, sorry. Back to Josh.
But what is this working out at an hour? It's going to be like £50 an hour.
Imagine that.
Christ.
Help us on Patreon.
Do you know what? I'm gonna get Vinny Shawman in, and he's offered to do this. He's going to hypnotise us to not swear anymore.
Yeah.
It's the worst habit we have. It's the worst habit I
think it's when we're together, man. We're just a bit too chilled, aren't we?
I'm always like that around guys, though.
Yeah.
If I'm around my girlfriend, I don't swear. But if I'm around guys, yeah.
No filter.
No filter, yeah. And it's worse, like, if I come back, then I'm, like, still in that frame of mind, so I'm...
Fucking... friggin' football hooligan you.
Does it count if you're saying it as like, oh, don't say that word, what word, and you say it, does that still count? Can you like trick you? Is there a rule? There's going to have to be rules.
You know, I'm going to have to write some rules to this.
I feel sorry for anyone that's got to come in after this. They're going to be skint. We're going to be skint. How many patrons do you think we need?
We need at least...
We're charging like £3 a month to be a Patreon member. £3 to £5.
Yeah.
It's £1 for swearing. I reckon I'm going to need...
Need a few subscribers.
I need like 100 myself. Just for a month.
Cover you for the month.
It was meant to cover the rent. I'll cover that. Jesus, why have we said this?
Do you know what? We'll
Is
have to
Jesus
we'll
a
stick
swear
to
word?
Blasphemy.
Comment below. Is Jesus a swear word?
Episode 28. Mark the Casey.
That was a sick episode.
That was a sick episode, wasn't it?
That was sick. My house was freezing as well. I remember my nose was running.
He had a cold as well when he came on.
And he'd kept his hat and coat on for the whole episode.
Yeah, oh, shit.
Yeah, he was class though.
Yeah,
that
he
was
was,
one of
man.
the sickest episodes, and it was so random. Like we got him in proper short notice.
Do you know what? I wish we had like some. We'll have to dig out some photos of when we recorded at your house to obviously what it is now, just a throwback.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Just recording in your front room. It was a bit random now thinking about it.
Looking at it, for me, like it felt fine because it's my house, but then I reckon for other people, like coming to that house as well, it was like.
And then you had fucking £1. You had the lights switched on you. You had that camera on you. For people walking in, it must have been a bit weird, I thought.
And then we had them lights that just turned off after like 15 minutes.
They'd blind you for the first 5 minutes and then they'd start flickering on and off.
Yeah.
But no, Matt the Casey, man, that was a fun episode.
It was good to get a perspective on where he was at in his career then.
Because he came off, was it the 3 losses, wasn't it? That he came off on the trot. He was talking about his training and how things were going to change for his next fight. And
well, it did.
it did. And shout out to Mark, you made me a nice little pot of money on your last fight.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I knew he was going to smash him, man. I just knew he was going to smash fucking Joe Duffy. £1. Yeah.
You're on about 6-7 quid.
Yeah,
now.
I would about 6 quid, man. That's bad.
What am I on? I don't even know I'm doing it.
I'm going to catch you out, man. I need like a little tally and just...
We need a button.
Yeah.
We need like a button on there and it makes a noise like Charlie Sloth, but it's just like ching.
Do you know what? We'll just do the air button for now.
We're requesting that.
Ka-ching.
Ka-ching. Yeah, Mark was one of my favourite episodes, but I say that about everyone, so can't really. I should stop saying that.
Definitely one of the favourite fighters that we've had on.
Yeah, and you know what? He was actually pretty funny as well. Like he was quite a good laugh. Once after the first 10 minutes of every podcast, then people relax and.
But he had
more of a laugh.
His story, I don't know, like very good. Like to me, I can kind of relate to it. You know, with him having the whole language barrier. But yeah, I just loved it, man. Like how he literally was working. He said he was working on the train lines, and he came to a point where it was go all in with a fight, or do I take a step back and carry on working? And he just put all his fucking trust. Ka-ching!
My God.
And then, man, it's bad, isn't it? Put all his trust in what he's doing, and it's obviously worked out for him. And I can't wait to see what it brings for us in the future.
All right, so this is another thing, is and it's what Josh Warrington said on the first podcast was, they're not watching Josh Warrington the fighter, they're watching Josh Warrington their friend. And I'm not saying that when we sit here that we're mates with people afterwards, but you don't often sit with people for an hour, 2 hours at sometimes. Like if people are here, they're here for a long time, especially if we get on with them.
Yeah.
Like they won't shoot off. And to be fair, people rarely do.
But you have like an invested interest in that person, and after, don't you? Like
exactly. Like when I was watching, when I watched Josh versus Lee Selby versus when I watched Josh versus Carl Frampton, different, totally different. I was like, I really wanted him to win.
Yeah. Do you know what? You'll have to ask Annie when I was watching the Matt the Casey fight. I was like on the sofa, man, like proper tense.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like you're so much more invested in these people. Like every boxer that's come on here now, like I legit want them to win every time.
Yeah.
Like I want to go and watch them. I want them to do well. I want them, you know, it's great. It's crazy, really. Like now we want to go watch Ishmael, Mick, Jack, all these boys. We all want to watch them fight. Jermaine, all these guys. Like sitting with Jermaine, and we'll get on to his episode. But
well, that's it.
It is. You have that invested interest, don't you?
Big time. Episode 29. Really enjoyed this one. Keegan Hurst.
That was a big episode.
Different episode, wasn't it? Like, it was just...
we
kind of knew what we were expecting. So Keegan's like the first openly admitted gay rugby player. And we knew he was coming on the podcast to talk about that.
Yeah.
But
into what depth and what detail, we had no idea.
No, we had no idea. And I don't know, it was really eye-opening, and like what that guy's been through, and it's just amazing to see him come through the other side with such a good mindset. And
yeah. And he's actually...
Things are going well for him.
Yeah. And he's like really intelligent guy, like well-spoken. And he was great. He was really good. Massive as well, wasn't he?
And his story about Elton John, man, that still has me...
The Elton John. I tell people that all the time.
He did a little impression of him today. I'm not even going to try to do it. I'm just going to.
Yeah, I was gonna try it, but I won't.
Go
I can't do it.
Go on.
Hi Keegan, it's Elton. Is that even right?
That was pretty good, but I'll give you that. But yeah, shout out to Keegan.
Yeah, Keegan was wicked, and his
episode blew up as well.
His episode blew up, and we have all the. We'll release the footage for that one. We've got the footage somewhere, haven't we?
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll do that.
We'll get to it.
What he's one that I would definitely want a part 2 with. Defo. And him and maybe Anthony, his friend, they went on Mentality together. That was a class episode.
Anthony Cotton, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. From Coronation Street. So those two that'd be a nice little part 2. That
Get those boys in. Episode 30. Sarah Davis, Team GB.
Yeah. So I just moved house for this episode.
Oh God.
And we thought
Sarah was sorry for this, by the way.
Do you know what, Sarah? We owe you a part 2.
Yeah. Probably some dinner as well or something like that.
Innit? And it was a nightmare, wasn't it? We'd gone from mine and then we thought, we can do it on a sofa. And really, in theory, in my head,
it was a good idea, wasn't it?
It would work. But he just didn't.
So it was recording at Joy James's house, so his new house. He's just moved into his new house and we had all the gear ready. James got this nice corner sofa and we thought, yeah, this is going to be the...
little mic stand, all this stuff.
Right.
It was ready to go. We didn't have the electricity into the...
Yeah, we didn't have.
Did you not have your Mac? Is that why?
Yeah, I didn't have my Mac, and so the mixer couldn't be plugged in, so it had to be.
So we had to battery power it, and it literally drained the batteries in like 10 minutes. So then you had to go to a petrol station,
buy some batteries.
Get some more. Did you have to go again?
I think I had to go twice. Yeah.
And the light were fucking around, and
ching.
It were a nightmare. Yeah, and the episode was still good.
Yeah, somehow it was still good, and she's very patient as well.
Yeah, do you know what? She was, and do you know what? Go find her on Instagram. Unbelievably strong.
Yeah.
She would fuck us up in any... Oh my God. Is that... Have I done 2 then?
Yeah, I've done 2.
Jesus isn't a swear word though. Do you know what? This is good for us, really. I'm trying to tell myself that.
Trying to be tamed.
We must be on about £15 now.
Yeah, about
15, 16 quid. What does it say on there? How many minutes? Does it say on there? I can't. I'm not getting up because then my face will go across there, and then Josh will screenshot it into something.
We're about 10 minutes in.
10 minutes.
I'm probably maybe more.
And we're on 15 quid in swears.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Anyway, we digress.
Big time.
So Sarah, what did you enjoy most about the episode?
I just thought it was funny how she kind of blew up the whole Instagram thing.
Yeah,
she was like, if I wanted loads more followers and take pictures of my ass, then I could. And she could.
Yeah. And you know what? I liked her justification of why she didn't. She said she's got family, she's got little cousins that are going on that page, and does she really want to be represented for that kind of stuff? So,
yeah, she knows what she's a role model for. Yeah, she understands the responsibility of having a following online.
Oral game is strong there, Sarah, so shout out for that.
Sarah's quality. She was really, really, really good. And it's such a weird mix of like beauty pageant and weightlifter.
Yeah.
Like if you draw a Venn diagram, there's only her in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Weightlifting,
big time.
Beauty pageant, Sarah.
Winning them both.
Yeah, she was class. I'd have her back in. I'd have her back in with her boyfriend, actually.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be pretty good.
Episode 31, Big Mike Parr.
Him up to Liam and Vinny, he definitely had the crown for funniest guest.
Yeah, he was.
He might still have it, to be fair. Some of the stuff he said, like,
the first thing he said when he walked in, he was like, I don't want to say anything controversial.
No, he messaged us.
Oh, did he message us first?
Look, I just don't want to talk about Caitlyn Jenner. And then he brought him up, and we're just looking at him. And he's like, I said, I don't want to talk about this. And I'm like, fuck's sake.
Ching!
Oh, you do need a button, so it's quite funny, actually. But when he did it, when he was saying it, I was like, this might be the end of the podcast now. We release this, and everyone outrage, and we're famous for something Mike said.
You know what?
He's
not on YouTube, is it?
So funny. When he was talking about sex education, we were talking about sex education, but he went to a Catholic school. And was like, so you're telling me how to rub one out, but you're telling me if I do, I'm going to hell.
Yeah, what he said something else about they were doing sex education, and he just shouted out, "Yeah, you got to remember to have fun as well."
Yeah, that's when he was like a teaching assistant.
Yeah, and he got like the dirtiest look ever.
Yeah.
But I like Mike. One thing that I really like about him, he just doesn't take himself too seriously. He's just like super
And he's
light and casual, man. Like
and I think he's like banter / dealing with people online is next level. Like
Yeah,
there's
man.
one person you don't want to troll, he's Mike Parr.
Yeah, he'll do some digging and he'll find something.
Yeah, and do you know what? That was the one episode that, like, women. He's got a big fan base. Right,
Yeah,
we were
some
getting
creative-
tagged by
Mike Parr's fan page.
3 or 4 fan pages just for Mike Parr. Shout out to Emmerdale, I
Yeah,
reckon.
man. Hashtag bitches love Mike, man.
Do you know what? If he was single in Leeds, he must have been hoovering up.
Henry?
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Episode 32. Fahad Khan, Simon on the Streets.
First episode in the new crib.
Yeah, it was.
In the what
Get
should we
your
call it?
media
In
pads.
Gudgeon Towers.
I like that. Do you know what? That episode hit me like a train, man. I don't know.
Didn't really know what to expect from it.
No.
First time we'd done an episode with a charity. We'll definitely do more of it. It's just, honestly speaking, it's actually tying them down to do it. Because I think sometimes it's if I was a charity, I'd be worried about who you put in front of people to put your message across. Because it's, you know, if they go there and do a bad job of it.
Well, that's it.
But
innit?
Fahad was really good. But he just talks facts. He's not there to talk about himself.
No, and you
He's
could
there
tell.
to talk about what it is and what they do.
Well, I'll just give a quick insight into Simon on the Streets. So basically, they work with homeless people
Really
around
good.
West Yorkshire.
The most like disconnected from society though. They're not like just rough sleepers. It's like
It's like rough sleepers who have like mental health and that. Just basically, they can't operate by themselves and they need a hand. So
a constant bit of support. But yeah, it's class what they do.
they've got a team, I think, of around 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5 workers, which are all assigned to individual areas of Yorkshire, and they go out and help these people. So
I
Support
loved that.
them,
I
Simon on
really
the
loved that
Streets.
episode. I thought it was great. And I think sometimes it's nice to have that change of pace with people.
yeah,
And have something that's a bit more serious. And it was good. It was good. And he was a nice guy.
yeah, it was.
a really nice guy.
And you know, one thing as well that I liked about Fahad, I'll say, is even though his job, some could say, yeah, it's definitely he's doing something well, but for his own mind state, going home and seeing all that stuff, he could quite easily get upset about the world and himself. You know, always seeing people in the streets, always seeing all that.
You could have a negative outlook of life, really. couldn't you?
Exactly, and he didn't have that. He didn't have that. So shout out to Fahad. Episode 33, Mick Learmonth, the boxer.
Yeah. He looks like Ivan Drago, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he does. His naps looks like a beast.
And he's not even like a slugger. He's like slick as fuck. I've seen him on
Yeah.
like P's Instagram and stuff. He's like rapid fast.
I think he's gonna be an animal, man. I think
At cruiserweight, yeah, big
he's
time.
someone definitely to watch.
Yeah, but I think he's quite a lot unbeaten now, isn't he? Like his records must be like 8 or 9.
8-0, I think.
8-0. Yeah, that's
I'll have to double check that, but yeah, he was big. But he's always been an athlete.
rugby.
Rugby. We didn't know that about him, but he's
No.
played for. But he said he played for England. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, England and Rhinos, or someone. He was he was pretty much pro.
Yeah, and then he got an injury to his pec, wasn't it?
Ripped his pec off his fucking body. Disgusting injury. And he's done loads like Achilles or like it sounds like he was
He's had a
just
few
not really
serious
built
injuries,
for.
and he's still a very young, isn't he?
He's younger than us.
Yeah, he's younger than
He
us.
looks older.
I'm pretty sure he's like 24, 23 around that.
He's young. Yeah, he's young. He's
Well, he's-
really young.
That man is doing bits. Shout
Yeah,
out
it
to
was
Mick.
class. And the way he comes across on the podcast, like he's proper laid back, like ridiculously laid back.
And another thing as well, he watches what he says a lot and how he puts himself across. Like, we asked him a few questions in that, and the way he answered the question, I quite liked. Like
We asked him about judging in boxing, didn't we?
yeah, that was the one, and I can rate his answer for that.
He told us a few funny stories offline though when we switched the mics off about going over to Manchester. And
Oh,
some
yeah,
gyms and
like-
stuff, and he sparred with Dave Allen and shit like that. So that's the shit like people don't see. Like sometimes people like tell us a few bits and bobs before they leave and stuff. And
Sometimes
Yeah.
get some really good convo, and we're like, we should have left the mic running.
I know, yeah, big time.
We need like a little secret camera in the corner or something. Although that could be detrimental.
Move on.
Move on. Episode 34. Big Jermaine Springer. That was a big episode, man.
All right, so I've got to get it out there. Best voice that's ever come on this podcast by a fucking mile. That's a pound. That's worth a pound. That's worth a pound. It is. We have made so many nicknames for Jermaine's voice when we've been messing around here. We started going training with him.
Yeah.
He murdered us last Saturday.
R.I.P. my whole body, man, after last Saturday.
When did I text you 2 days later saying I'm fucked? And you're like, yeah, I'm still fucked.
Yeah, I was like, bedbound.
Yeah. I'm surprised your back held up.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking twig back.
I've got like the weakest, lowest back ever. Like, once we were doing pads in the gym and literally
It was
just
first round.
threw a hook and I like spun around with the hook and just
Carried on to lay down at form. Laid there for
the
about
next half hour.
half an hour, yeah. Session done.
But Jermaine, man, like, he was a good episode. Again, we didn't know what to expect. He came in. Jermaine was a little bit nervous.
No, he was well nervous, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And too right.
We'll be honest, like, we recorded the intro like 4 times.
Yeah.
And that's no detriment to Jermaine. I think he just really, really knew what he wanted to get off his chest and he was just nervous. And that's all it was. And I think that actually shows, and actually to tell people, it's not to take the piss out of Jermaine, it's to say, look, he actually gives a fuck and realised what he did wrong. Yeah. And he just, you know, and it meant a lot to him.
For him, yeah, that's it. And
the feedback we got from that episode and the numbers that it did would...
It's one of the top podcasts on the episode now.
It's in the top 10.
And I think, you know what, because it was just so real, that podcast, and I've got nothing more I can say about it. It's one of my favourite episodes, that one.
I loved it, and then to listen back to it actually made me smile. I play football with some people that know him, and they were like, we didn't even want that episode to end.
Yeah. Do you know what? Funny, I play basketball with a few people that know Jermaine that were like, oh yeah, you know Jermaine, you go to the same school, or went to the same school as him. So Jermaine doing bits in Bradford, man.
Yeah, and you know what? Don't want to take a punch off him, do you?
No.
How much did you actually offer me? Remember, you text me like, "Oh, I'll give you £100 to let Jermaine to spar Jermaine or something."
Yeah, would you do it?
£100? No.
Just 3 minutes.
No.
To survive.
£50 a minute? No. I don't even know what you'd have to pay me.
That's pretty good. £50 a minute.
£1,000. And he asked, and what with that no head guard? No, I don't even know if I do £1,000 because if he breaks my nose, that's forever. So you see this nose that starts there and it's there. That's £1,000. I got £1,000 for that. People be like, "You mug."
You might not get it though. That could be worst case scenario. You can come out of there looking pretty.
I'd be super tempted to just low blow him, slow him down a little. Like first minute, go down low and just one to the dick,
hold him up. Oh, you know it's coming for you after that though.
Yeah, then you've fucked him off, haven't you?
Yeah, he'll be fighting you after the 3 minutes.
Yeah. Do you know, Jermaine's class. Literally class episode.
And if you guys want to see James and Jermaine in the ring, hit up Patreon.
If he gets to if we get 1 million Patreon subscribers, I'll do it. If we get 1 million, then I can drive home in a fucking Ferrari.
But you know what? We definitely need to like set up a little challenge, man.
That is not a challenge.
Not that extreme, of course, but
it's not going to involve fighting any fighter that comes on this podcast.
We should let the fans decide. It's out there now.
Yeah.
Episode 35. Liam Harrison and Vinny Sharman. You set this one up, man. So you give us. How did you get those guys in?
It took ages.
Yeah.
It took so long. It took that we must have been messaging Liam for 4 months, 5 months. I'm not joking. It was a long time. Like if you can, because obviously I don't delete any of the messages in there. If you scroll up, it's ridiculous. It's like, yeah, I'll do this time. Oh no, shit! I thought it was this day. It was a nightmare.
But he's a fucking busy. It was a busy guy, innit?
Worth it to get him in, big time. They were class. Vinny and Liam were hilarious. They brought Andy in, Matty, and it was just proper fun. Like it was so fun.
Very different type of podcast, that one, wasn't it? Like,
yeah, like you could take a lot from it.
I think that's the first time we had 4 people in, was it?
That's the first time we did a little fatal 4-way.
Little duo.
Yeah, it was good, and they're gonna come back on. But they were quality. The story about Golovkin and all that stuff is just class. Like they've got stories for days.
Yeah, they do.
It's crazy.
It's on YouTube, that one as well. So if you guys have not checked that one out,
yeah,
definitely head over there and have a look.
First podcast we ever put on YouTube.
Yeah, it was.
pretty much. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Class. Actually, class. Do you know, that was a big one. That's done big numbers everywhere.
And they want to come back on as well, so...
Vinny wants to hypnotise us.
I think that'd be good, that, man.
Would you let him? I don't know if I could be hypnotised. Now I want to be hypnotised.
I'd be
to
curious,
not swear.
yeah, just to see if he'd be able to do it.
Yeah, but if it's a challenge, then you'll resist it. You'd have to not. You'd
have to let him do it.
You can't resist it. Joe Craven got hypnotised by him. You know, after he was saying on the podcast.
Yeah. He went and gone, done it.
He was on Instagram. Yeah, he did it the other day.
Be curious to see what he says from it. Episode 36, Ben Sanjogo.
Yeah, Ben was alright.
Yeah, Ben, like, we didn't know what to expect at all from here. So all we had was his Instagram page.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know how you describe it. Just
very salesy.
very, very business-like, you might say, I guess.
It's clearly, like, if you had to put personal brand in a dictionary, Ben's Instagram page would be under that as a description. It is the most personal brand Instagram page there is.
Yeah. But Ben as a person...
Ben as a person is actually legit, isn't he? He's a legit guy.
Super educated guy, well-spoken, very articulate.
He reminds me of like a sales manager. He's someone you'd want.
Yeah,
you'd learn.
Definitely a good sales manager. I've had a few decent sales managers in the past, and
he fits that bill of he's charismatic enough
because he understands life in a way in terms of how
people,
things work, and he understands people.
He's still young enough. I don't know how old. Did he say how old he was?
No, he didn't. He doesn't look older, does he?
How old do you think he is? I'd say he's 30.
Yeah, I'd probably say
32.
Early 30s.
Oh, it was a good episode though. If I was to be honest now, I was a bit sceptical. And being honest, we probably both were.
Yeah.
But it was then, it actually surprised me, like how much I enjoyed it. Like to sit with him, and it's one of those when people are into the same things as you, and a
lot of the things that we talked about in the
stuff
podcast is things that we have a lot of interest in.
Super
the whole mind things. That was a big conversation, and it did quite well as well on the podcast on that episode.
That's on YouTube as well.
Yeah, it is.
Shocking editing. Though.
Yeah, do you know my bad on that
Josh roasted you for that.
And we thought it was all right. We looked at it. We thought,
yeah, and then he just was it the other day?
Yeah,
just like why you all sat around? Why are you?
Thanks, Josh.
Why are you so thin?
But then now you mentioned it, when you look at it, it does look a bit messed up.
Do you know what? The one thing that the podcast no one can say about us is that we're not fucking real. I'm catching you up now.
Yeah, you are. But do you know what? Yeah, that's what I like about a podcast. It is genuinely authentic.
If we do dumb stuff, we just like, right.
It goes on.
Yeah. If someone starts listening now and they try and listen all the way back, they probably switch half the first episodes off because the audio quality is so bad compared to now.
Yeah.
But it's just legit. We literally, if you wanted to have a description of how we started this podcast, it were literally me turn to you, do you want to do a podcast? And he was like, yeah. Should buy some mics? Yeah. That's it. And we just did it. That were it.
What do we want to talk about?
Yeah.
A few topics.
I'd love to listen to the first ones.
Yeah.
When we're actually trying to be like dead serious.
Yeah, I was trying to be dead serious.
Yes, mate. You can make it with any mindset.
Yeah.
Hustle hard. No, we weren't like that.
But we were trying to be serious.
We were trying to make it a bit more like inspirational, but really we found out once we started interviewing people, we realised that once we sat down with like Tony, Scott, Jack, we're like, yeah, this is the one, this is the right vibe. And then we still haven't done episode 1 and 2. Yeah. There's still no episode 1 and 2. Do you know what? I'm gonna put it out there. We're never gonna release episode 1 and 2. We're never gonna do them. No. I think we're that podcast that starts at episode 3.
Why not?
I must do something about it. Do something.
Episode 37.
Who's that?
Dean Smudger Smith when he came back in. He had some stories on that one. Do you know what I think I had to?
Josh, I'm going to grass Dean up now just in case you ever wondered why that's cut. So Smudger he succeeded, didn't he? To turn this, I'm just going to move it.
All right, go on.
So the picture's there, and it's up here like this. Obviously, you can kind of see.
Yeah, we're taking a selfie for.
And he wanted to put his phone in here like that, and it was falling out. And And basically he was like, no, I'm on him. I was like, Dean, it's not really our stuff. Like, we just rent it.
That side, so he was trying to rest the phone on it.
It was like, this is not our gear. It's like, it's fine. Look, I've got it in my head now. I need to do it. And I was like, well, look, this guy's one of the hardest fuckers I've ever met. So I'm not going to, one, I'm not going to tell him to stop. And two, I can't make him stop. So it has to happen. Anyway, long story short, you'll see the picture on the Instagram.
It was actually a
very good
decent
picture.
photo.
It was a good picture. Best picture we've ever had. Might as well say that because he destroyed equipment to get it. And so I don't know. I think Josh is only now, as I speak, finding out.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's only a bit of
Listen
tape.
to this
It's a bit of tape. It's a bit of tape.
But yeah, Smudger came back in. That was going into his last fight.
Pre-BKB semi-final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he didn't win that
He
one.
lost on points. But I think the BKB stuff has just done wonders for him as like a profile. Because he has...
He's like the poster boy as well as the BKB for them.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him on a lot of the posters.
Because he looks like a wild bastard. He looks hard as fuck.
Yeah, it does. But do you know what? I think he's got a good personality with it because the way you kind of see him, yeah, it looks hard. But then there was that video of him posted mid-round. His like face is like cut up and he's like smiling and he's got his thumbs up, man.
That is him to a T.
That is...
He's one of the best people we've ever had on.
Yeah.
Because of that.
He's just purely himself, man. Like purely.
And he's he's actually really just a good person. Like, he's really supportive of us.
Big time.
Like,
He's been supportive of the podcast.
So much. And he's quality. And he talks a lot of sense. Like, he sees stuff as black and white. And really what he says, like, when he was talking about the football stuff, like, when you really break it down and you take a little back step of it, should you be going to football and getting stabbed? No. It's just footy.
At the end of the day, it's just people kicking the ball at the back of the net. But
yeah, like, if you want to fight someone over that, it's actually a bit mad. But Dean, yeah,
but that's a different story.
He's got big time loyal following of people. Like, the numbers he does on podcast smash nearly all fighters. And he's like,
yeah, we dropped
third, fourth, or fifth. Oh, we dropped Dean so late, didn't we?
Yeah, we dropped it like 3 days late, and it just did like almost 200 views in
a week.
Yeah, no, it was within the first 2 days of it.
First 2 days.
Yeah,
and his first podcast is like top 4 of all time.
Yeah,
crazy.
Shout out
Dean.
Smudger.
Every fucking time Dean's class.
Yeah,
sick guy.
Episode 38. Will Smith.
Will Smith.
He was a big episode, man. Again, I didn't know what to expect for him. And he just came through. Just
very educational.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Tank. He's a tank though. Like, he's
big guy.
If you guys don't know what it looks like, go check him out. But yeah, he's a biology teacher.
Fitness model / fitness competitor.
Yeah, body expert. What's it? Body power.
He's done body power.
He's won the expert for that.
Yeah. Just men's physique. Is it men's physique? I don't even know all these stuff. Like Ryan says he's in like classic physique.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between classic and men's?
Yeah, I don't know the difference between all of them.
I just know Ryan's much bigger.
You're more girthier.
Thick.
Hashtag girth.
Hashtag thick.
But no, I enjoyed Will's. That's on YouTube as well. And
Will's were quality.
It was just
got sponsored off the back of it.
He's definitely the kind of teacher that you like. Oh yeah, you did.
I'm being a dickhead. It wasn't us. It was. We'll take 5% of all commissions from now on, Will. Yeah. Now Will's classer.
Yeah.
And you know what? We have now promised to work out with probably 7 people. So we've got 7 workouts to do. Did we say we'd do one with Dan? Probably.
But we've done Jermaine. We can tick that one off. But we need this summer. I would make us.
If they're all going to be like Jermaine though, I'm not going to make it through summer.
Yeah,
my body will be in bits. I'll look amazing though.
On a bed when you're not moving. Bed bound.
Make it mastermind bedcast.
Episode 39. Dante. Yeah. He came in right in after Will, didn't he?
They literally won the very next episode that day.
Yeah, Dan. It's probably the biggest
social media following
we've had
by a mile.
Yeah, do you know what? He does really well for
$250,000.
$250,000, yeah.
Quality. He's got a great body on him.
Yeah. Do you know what? His mindset's actually kind of good as well. Like, he was
Very positive.
very positive, and like very smart as well. Like the way he's gone about, obviously taking the injury from playing rugby,
Yeah.
and then finding a way to channel that into something else.
And he basically started being an online influencer back in like Facebook days.
Yeah.
So you always look at people on Instagram and think, oh, they started an Instagram account.
Yeah, that's
from
what I
scratch.
started seeing people
But
like
he
saying,
wasn't-
Facebook famous.
Facebook,
and all that,
like
yeah.
it's Facebook famous. So like he clocked onto this like influencer thing before influencer was even a word. Kind of. So there's more to it than
Yeah,
you think.
before the
You can kind of disregard people. You're like, oh, you're dumb you're probably dumb, but you've just got lucky, and it's really not that.
No.
A lot more goes into social media than you think. Like for us, we're shit at it,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah. Well, do
We
you know
post
what
like
you do?
twice. I post
shocking.
twice a week, and that's it.
I find it hard to even post. Well, not hard. I just.
You said
can't
you
be
post
arsed.
every week on your own Instagram.
I think I managed
You've
2 weeks.
4 posts.
3 weeks. Yeah, my Instagram's shocking, man. Like it's.
You're on my Instagram more than you're on your own.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I actually am.
Anyway,
I need to get my Instagram game up. My
we
IG.
digress.
We do.
Get verified in a year.
Episode 40. Ishmael Davis.
Fucking sick episode.
Yeah, that was easy. That blew up as well. He's done some big views for that. But
That's gonna drop on YouTube. That'll be big as well.
Ishmael's story is just
Next level.
next level
It's literally next level. He's the realest guy I've ever sat with.
that we've had on the podcast.
Because we know people that have, done bits and pieces, but not like that. Not to the shit he got himself into at such a young age. To go to prison twice before what? 20?
But that's the thing with him being so young, man. And seeing him now, like I wouldn't to be able to tell you he's 23. Like you'd think he's in his 30s or something, man. Like
And people that's
purely based on his mindset
Yeah.
and how he sees the world. And
He's gone through a lifetime of experiences by 23.
by Toya,
That can only be good for him now, though, in his career. It can only be good for him. He's another one like Josh. Like, if I watch him fight now, I'll desperately want him to win every time. Desperately want him to win.
hell yeah.
And it was cool as fuck. Like, he must have sat here chatting to us for what, a good 35,
Yeah,
40
after
minutes
he left.
afterwards. Like, proper fun guy, man. Really cool guy. I'd like to go on a little night out with him, man. I bet he's quite fun.
Yeah, do you know what? Maybe after one of his,
Well,
when he smashes someone in one of these fights, we'll have to catch him out for a drink.
Isn't it? Yeah, we should do that. We should do a little Make It Mastermind night out.
Well, we've got when did we drop the first episode? We're going to have an anniversary. Let me have a look.
When did we drop, like...
I think Tony's was the first, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tony's were the first.
Oh, it's not coming up, but I think it was on like the 8th of April or something. Oh,
But way past it. Do you know what I was thinking? Maybe we'll try... we've got Clinton coming in. We'll try get Rum and Reason going.
get a little,
Do it in there.
little party in there.
I wanted to do a little Warrington after party.
Yeah, that could be a shout.
Little Warrington after party. After the Galahad fight.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? Whilst you got that up, you might as well talk a little bit about the promotional stuff that we've got going on for that. So if people want to win themselves a free ticket
Yeah.
to the fight, what can they do?
So we were joking about that, weren't we, earlier, about the tickets. But seriously, no, we've got 2 tickets for Josh Warrington, Kid Galahad. All you have to do is we'll bang the link under here. The link is also on the last video we did with Josh, and we'll post it out quite frequently. We're not going to announce a winner till the end of May. That's two completely free tickets to go see Warrington, Kid Galahad, and then by the time this comes out, it'll be the gloves. It'll be done.
Yeah.
So but we will give away
maybe drop it early.
a signed. We could drop it today,
Yeah, we could.
won't we? We could drop it today. So fuck it. There you go. Have a little free
Ching.
episode. Is there another one?
Yeah, there's another one.
Christ, this must have been like a £20.
£20 podcast. This.
We paid 50 quid a week to be here.
Yeah. It's like only 30 more quids to go.
Jesus Christ. We swear so much.
You're above me now. But yeah, the gloves. How do people win that?
There's an Instagram post. Do you know what? We've got a camera.
So you can win 2 tickets
You get talking now.
to the Josh Warrington fight, and there's also a signed glove by Sean. Big Papa Sean.
Big Papa Sean. Legend.
Josh's dad, and as well signed by Josh. So those guys were in the episode and on the podcast a couple of weeks ago.
I'm gonna go and show him.
If you guys want to check that episode out, make sure to do. There we go. The signed glove right there. Check it out.
You got followers. You got to like the post. Tag 3 friends.
So follow it. Follow our page. Like the post.
Tricep on that.
And tag 3 friends.
Hit him with a 3-pointer.
That's it.
That Dom Mazzetti. But yeah, get involved. There's about for the tickets. There's like 130 people already entered. For the gloves, I want to say we're on.
That reminds us, we need to get our own tickets for that fight. We've not got the tickets yet for that.
Do you know what? That was the worst thing. We actually said that to Josh, didn't we? We've got 54 entries already for the gloves.
Not that many yet.
What, in a week?
Oh,
It's been like a week or so. I think I put that out this week.
Only this week it's gone out.
Monday. So in a week, yeah.
So yeah, sign up, guys, if you want to get yourself over
and they're
to
legit.
that.
Like someone said to me, like, how do I know they're real? I was like, go watch the video, and the fucking gloves are sat on the table for the whole podcast.
Yeah.
And Sean's playing with a pen. Like,
it'd be pretty sad to say we're giving some gloves away and some tickets and
not give it away.
we just turn up to the fight. Me and you.
I mean, honestly, like, we do the draw, so we're probably favourites to win. But you never know.
You never know.
You might win. The gloves actually sat in my office at home.
Do you know what? I've got a pair. We need to.
We've got a pair from the first one, haven't we?
We need to frame up.
We need to get them in here. We could actually do something back there. We need to get our logo up there. Josh.
We need to get on the landlord for that. Josh.
Or we can sell it. If anyone wants to buy that space, we'll literally advertise anything. Even if you're a brothel. What's that one in Leeds?
That can go down as a
What's the one in Leeds? Fucking Winston's.
Is that what it's called? That was in the papers that a while back.
Yeah, it's infamous.
What was it? It was something like 1.5 million pounds was like withdrawn from the ATM from that place.
Round the corner.
Like that, yeah.
That and fucking Champion Tyres.
Champion Tyres, yeah. For the best and cheapest tyres in Leeds.
No joke.
Seriously.
Champion Tyres in Bradford, next level. That is so good.
There's one in Leeds as well.
I've got a free ice cream.
Shout out to Champion Tyres, man. Do you know what? That'd be a good sponsor, man, for our cars.
That's a free, yeah, that would be a good sponsor. But that's a free, unpaid shout out that. We do these if you want. But honestly, this bit here, anyone?
Yeah.
Put your name there. Do you know what? £10 an episode, we'll put anyone's Instagram handle up there. See if you get some more followers. I literally don't care. We'll sell anything.
Apart from prostitutes.
Yeah, that other bit, disclaimer, that were a joke. We're not really going to put advertise a brothel up there because most of you perverts probably know where it is anyway.
Right. Moving on.
Episodes, yeah?
Episode 41, the last one of where we're up to. Alex Bell.
Yeah. So I did that on about an hour's sleep, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Absolutely shagged.
Where did you come back from?
Sales meeting.
Sales meeting.
Yeah. Up till 5:30.
That was a big episode again. Didn't know what to expect. Alex came in.
Alex turned up a week early as well.
Yeah, she did.
That's quite funny. Her and Will outside. That is literally the biggest size difference in people I've ever seen.
Will and
Alex, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's in shape, isn't she?
Yeah. Got a cool dog.
Yeah.
Just getting married in a year.
#tagged.
Yeah, big up Ted. Yeah, big up Ted. So we had a few dogs mentioned on the podcast. Baxter, Ted, Oris.
Yeah, Baxter's a little G, man. Shout out to Jodie.
Yeah, Baxter, he's quite a famous dog really now, isn't he? He's known.
He's even on the gram.
He's on the gram. He's on the gram, and he follows us.
Yeah, he does follow us.
Does he? Does he still follow us though?
Oh, I don't know.
Now we started going down. now we started mentioning other dogs. He might have got pissed off. What is it? Baxter something. Anyway, whilst I'm trying to find this dog on Instagram, fuck me. Is this what my life is?
Cha-ching! Ching!
He's got more followers than you.
How many has he got?
227.
Wow. Like, guys, come on, come follow me, man.
And he's got more than 4 posts, so he's way more active. And he doesn't even have hands. So you have he has no hands. He can't talk, yet he's done a bio. And he's got more followers than you. He's got 175 posts. We've done 199 on the podcast. Baxter, Stay in your lane, mate.
Yeah, I know,
Stop
man.
trying to take over the game. We won't stand for it.
Big Baxter.
Nah, cute dog actually. To be fair, quite welcoming.
That brings us up to date, man. That's episode 41. We've got Neil's episode dropping this week. We won't review that yet.
No, that were a good episode.
But yeah, that was a deep episode. We talked about suicide,
male suicide, male
mental
mental health. It was actually good, especially as 3 guys. And then we've seen a lot of stuff recently. People close to us that that it's affected.
Yeah,
it's a good episode. It's one I'm
and I think
keen to see how that goes.
Yeah, I think the thing that made it good was just like you said, having Neil on here and his experience.
It was good. I think
because he was talking from his own experience for a lot of it.
Yeah, and it was good to sit with someone that we actually kind of know now, because I think when you sit with people, you're always a little bit, I don't want to offend you. Like, I really want to ask you now about this, but I might come across as a bit of a dick. And we're getting over that. But having Neil there, having spent, a good 3, 4, maybe even 5 hours with him, like just talking, you feel like you can actually fire stuff back at him, and it's not going to be awkward. Like
that's a game to explain what it means.
Yeah, so he was a good person to do that podcast with. But we'd like to do. We've got some more coming out about mental health.
Do you know, I'm looking forward to listening to that one myself when it comes
out. Same. But that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow that's dropping. I need to grab that file off Josh, in fact.
Yeah. Where is Josh? Should I ring him now? Get him live.
But yeah, that takes us to 41. To summarise everything.
Do you know what? Summarise between now and when we did the last one, so just before Christmas, really.
When we had everyone else on. I'd say, do you know what? The podcast is just steady. Like I said to you the other day, it's just about being consistent.
The views are compounding every week now.
Yeah, more people are liking it. And do you know what? Shout out to everyone that's gone on to iTunes and rated our podcast, and for all the support that we get as well.
And all the listeners, yeah. Because we have some people that we see that we know are consistent, and we know comment on a lot of our stuff, and it's
quite nice,
we fucking appreciate it, because we're just normal people.
And do you know what? At some point as well, it would be nice to get some of those supporters in, to get a couple of people in.
We want to get guests on. If you actually think, do you know what? I fancy coming on here.
You've got a bit of a story to talk about as well. Your own success story or your own
battles with mental health,
whatever
anything,
it is.
literally anything. If you think it would
challenge
be
that you've overcome,
beneficial to people to listen to, drop us a DM.
Yeah.
And we'll get you in.
Big.